Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad.
What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this iPhone 13 Pro Max and Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Yeah, this is the newest Xiaomi flagship smartphone and this one comes with a 1-inch sensor. Yeah, at least on paper, this one comes with a 1-inch sensor. Well, let's go through this camera comparison video. Let's check which smartphone camera actually performs better, which smartphone actually offers better value for money. But before we start this camera comparison video, as usual, one request. If you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. I always offer my subscribers and regular viewers with true and honest content. So please support honest content. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Xiaomi 12S Ultra and iPhone 13 Pro Max. A lot of people have requested for this video, so yeah, the video is here. Check carefully which smartphone has rendered my skin tone correctly, which smartphone has better color grading. I mean, color rendition is natural. Check carefully which one do you think has a wider dynamic range. Very difficult to say. I'm a bit unhappy that Xiaomi didn't put 4K option in selfie camera or front camera. Well, what do you think? Which one is better? Please check carefully and make a comment in the comment section below. If you end up liking this video, at the end, if you find this video helpful, then please kindly take a little while, click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. I always offer my subscribers and regular viewers with honest content. I wish you will support this channel, you will support honest content, true content. Human photos and portrait photos were taken after a new update was pushed on Xiaomi 12S Ultra on 9th July. I'm really happy to see that Xiaomi is pushing themselves to get the best out of their hardware, at least in this segment, I mean human photos. Before this update, I was disappointed, and after only one update, I'm already satisfied. Xiaomi has managed to minimize beauty effect. Yeah, still there is some sort of skin fairness and skin smoothing, but comparing it to the performance of 12S Ultra before this update, this is a big bump in performance. Well, as usual, iPhone has saturated the colors of the clothing and the background. Xiaomi has sometimes failed to maintain correct contrast, but color grading is definitely better than iPhone. Eva actually has burgundy hair color, which is almost perfect in Xiaomi photos. But skin tone, detail on the subject and textures, these are slightly better in iPhone photos. However, as Xiaomi has already shown that they can improvise with updates, I believe Xiaomi 12S Ultra will not only catch up with iPhone 13 Pro Max, but will also be able to compete with iPhone 14 Pro series. From human photos to human portraits, it's good to be confident, but overconfidence hurts. Xiaomi engineers have been trying a lot to reproduce nice portrait photos with the main sensor from Xiaomi 11 Ultra. As they have failed to do so with 11 Ultra, I thought Xiaomi would add a 50mm lens in 12S Ultra. But no, they have again depended on synthetic processing and yeah, they have failed again. Poor edge detection, poor edge cutouts and heavy synthetic bokeh along with heavy beautification, heavy skin fairness, very high highlights. Altogether, trust me, this is even worse than Xiaomi 12S Pro. I cannot say iPhone 13 Pro Max has done way better than Xiaomi. It also has edge detection issues, a bit of saturation and white balance issues, but at least it has managed to reproduce correct skin tone. It has grabbed more detail. It has processed better bokeh. For portrait photography, my first preference would be Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, cause that's the best. While iPhone 13 Pro Max is in number 3 on my list and Xiaomi 12S Ultra would be on number 9 or number 10. Beauty versus reality. That should be the title of the selfie segment. Xiaomi has gone for overprocessing, way too much beautification and skin fairness, while iPhone 13 Pro Max has done the opposite. Truly, I cannot lie to you, other than Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, there is no Android smartphones which can reproduce as great selfie photos as iPhone 13 Pro Max. But I had better hopes from Xiaomi 12S Ultra, and yeah, one more time I'm disappointed. I will leave these to you. Check carefully and make a comment. Would you really go for this type of default beautification? I mean, this is what 12S Ultra delivers when beautification is totally minimized. Now think about what type of beautification it will add in maximum beauty effect mode. Wow, I really cannot imagine about that. Alright, don't get hurt or don't feel so happy so easily. This is going to be a long journey on a roller coaster. Even if Xiaomi 12S Ultra comes with Leica optimized algorithm and a bigger sensor, there is no guarantee Xiaomi has perfectly optimized it. Actually, sometimes Xiaomi 12S Ultra has done better and sometimes iPhone 13 Pro Max has done better. When the sun directly hits the lens, Xiaomi has unexpectedly done better than iPhone. Really? Nope. Even if iPhone has a bit of a highlights clipping issue, the rest of the photo got better exposure and textures are well processed. While in Xiaomi 12S Ultra, we can only see the sun and harsh lens flare. Xiaomi 12S Ultra has retained the same sensor from Xiaomi 11 Ultra. It's a 48-megapixel Sony IMX586. On the other hand, iPhone 13 Pro Max comes with a Sony IMX772 12-megapixel sensor for ultra-wide photos. We have used Leica Authentic filter to take photos with Xiaomi 12S Ultra, but sometimes color grading is still a bit unrealistic and overprocessed. White balance jumps back and forth, but in general, definitely Xiaomi has more detail with sharper textures. Well, no matter whether a photo is taken with the ultra-wide or with the main sensor, iPhone has continuously added artificial color tone. Actually, Xiaomi 12S Ultra has managed to render colors with perfection. I mean, when we have taken photos with the main sensor. Colors, white balance and tonal contrast is almost perfect on Xiaomi 12S Ultra. The photos on the right perfectly portrays the moment when I have taken the photos. Sky color, clouds, colors of the trees and the structures all are true to life. On the other hand, iPhone 13 Pro Max, yeah, I know, most of the people would love these photos. Artificially enhanced color grading, a bit high contrast and way too much synthetic processing. The photos on the left are the perfect example of eye-pleasing photos ready to get uploaded on social media. Okay, in terms of detail, textures, shadow and sharpness, both of these two smartphones have done better than many other flagships, but I really had better expectations from Sony IMX989 sensor. The reality is, it's all about Xiaomi's stock camera algorithm, and I think Xiaomi will take a little while to optimize this. Anyway, dynamic range is similar, but in some photos iPhone 13 Pro Max and in some photos Xiaomi 12S Ultra has done better. Very inconclusive results. It is very hard to judge, but after checking hundreds of photos taken in different conditions, yes, iPhone 13 Pro Max has a bit slightly wider dynamic range and slightly better exposure. Which is not surprising cause Apple is well known for getting the best out of their hardware. iPhone 13 Pro Max comes with a 3x zoom telephoto lens, while Xiaomi 12S Ultra comes with a 5x zoom periscope lens. The problem is, Apple has upgraded its hardware in 13 Pro Max from 12 Pro Max, but Xiaomi has kept the same hardware in 12S Ultra, which was used in 11 Ultra. From one side of this coin, it looks bad that Xiaomi is using a very old hardware, and from another side of the coin shows Xiaomi had a long time to get the best software optimization for this hardware. And actually, Xiaomi 12S Ultra has done tremendously well. All of these photos were taken in between 5 to 10 times zoom range. iPhone 13 Pro Max has been tottering beside Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Xiaomi 12S Ultra with better focus metering, more detail, sharper textures and better exposure has reproduced way better zoom photos. I have always praised Xiaomi 11 Ultra for having a flagship class 48 megapixel sensor tagged to its periscope lens, and with a more optimized software, this Xiaomi 12S Ultra is going to be my go-to device for daytime zoom photography. These video clips were recorded in 4K 30 frames per second Both of these two smartphones can record very good quality daytime 4K videos, very crisp and clear videos. Yeah, Xiaomi 12S Ultra can record in 8K but iPhone cannot. So I cannot compare Xiaomi's 8K with iPhone's 4K. Anyway, I wanted to check camera performance of these two smartphones in a harsh lighting condition. I wanted to check whether Leica optimization can make any difference or not. What do you think? Xiaomi 12S Ultra has really performed well. We all know that iPhone 13 Pro Max is one of the best smartphones for videography, and here we can clearly see that Xiaomi 12S Ultra has performed almost similarly. In terms of detail, textures and sharpness, both of these two smartphones have done very well. Both has captured a lot of detail, processed textures with clarity, but surprisingly, Xiaomi 12S Ultra has more detail, and yeah, there is an issue, that's the white balance. Xiaomi 12S Ultra has a bit warmer white balance. I have to mention 13 Pro Max has wider dynamic range, better contrast ratio, better exposure and true to life white balance. So you decide which one you prefer. Indoor photos are highly subjective. Yeah, based on your personal feelings, taste or preference, you can go with any of these two and you will get the best performance. iPhone 13 Pro Max and Xiaomi 12S Ultra both are super flagships and gets enormous detail. Textures are well processed, exposure, brightness and contrast are almost perfect. But there are a few things that creates the real difference between these two smartphones. I mean the differences in indoor artificial light photos, saturation and white balance. Yeah, once again, iPhone 13 Pro Max has continuously saturated all the photos, artificially processed with eye-pleasing color tone, while Xiaomi 12S Ultra has a bit too warm color temperature. iPhone 13 Pro Max has good contrast with very good brightness. Sometimes the photos are well above my expectations. On the other hand, Xiaomi 12S Ultra certainly has better highlights and midtones. Exposure is also better in harsh lighting conditions. But I don't know why color seems to be a bit pale. In terms of detail and textures, it is really a difficult task to decide which one is better. Both has performed with consistency and far better than the other competitors. But sometimes in harsh conditions, shadow detail and texture processing is better in Xiaomi 12S Ultra photos. I would say overall 12S Ultra is marginally better cause it can maintain exposure and color grading based on ambient light and ambient colors. I have tried to take night mode photos with ultra-wide lens. iPhone 13 Pro Max has a 12 megapixel sensor while Xiaomi 12S Pro has a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor for ultra-wide photos. However, performance-wise, there isn't no drastic difference. Differences are preferential. We have our personal preferences and based on our preferences, we may choose any of these two. Both have very good detail, less noise, good balance of contrast and brightness. But as usual, there are some aspects that matters. White balance is sometimes very warm in iPhone 13 Pro Max. Sometimes Xiaomi has failed to maintain exposure in some tricky lighting conditions. And sometimes both have overprocessed shadow and textures. In general, iPhone 13 Pro Max did better in exposure and grabbed a bit more detail, while Xiaomi has better white balance and natural color tone. I have my own way to check night mode photos. Most of my subscribers and regular viewers, they know about this. DENS. Detail, exposure, noise and shadow. But today here we have another factor that we have to take into consideration. 12S Ultra is co-engineered with Leica, so this should perform better. Truly, I have never expected to see a huge difference in camera performance at night. I mean difference between these two smartphones. I was actually excited to see how they perform side by side. Night mode performance of these two are somewhat similar. Yes, occasionally Xiaomi 12S Ultra has done better than iPhone 13 Pro Max and sometimes iPhone 13 Pro Max has done better. It seems to be the same story through this camera comparison video. After checking a lot of night mode photos, I have noticed 12S Ultra has slight better exposure, a bit more detail here and there, better white balance and realistic color rendition. Yes, a lot depends on how you like your photos. Some people would argue if night mode photos are not bright enough, if it's not visible, then why we need night mode? And definitely some people like the vibe of a night. After I have checked 4 factors that defines a good night mode photo, I believe in this comparison, Xiaomi 12S Ultra marginally wins the main sensor night mode battle with more detail, balanced exposure, low noise, and of course with fantastic color grading. What's your thought on this? Which one is the winner? I really hate to see this color tint in iPhone nighttime photos. Ultra wide and main sensor photos are okay, but all the zoom photos have heavy tint. I have tried to take 7 to 15 times zoom photos in low light environment. Both the 13 Pro Max and 12S Ultra has performed similarly. Not much of a difference. Surprisingly, iPhone 13 Pro Max has sharper textures with more structural details and better tonal contrast. At 5 times zoom range, Xiaomi 12S Ultra has fought well cause it has a 5 times periscope lens, but anything above 5 times and in between 3 to 5 times, iPhone has done a lot better than Xiaomi. This is frustrating, but I think after a few updates, things will get better in Xiaomi 12S Ultra. These video clips were recorded in 4K 60 frames per second. I am confused. If Xiaomi can extract the best out of its hardware in the most difficult segment, then why can't they get the best out of their hardware in easy segments? Anyway, salute to Xiaomi for awesome nighttime 4K video performance. Enjoy these video clips along with the music and let us know which one do you think has done better. Don't forget that Xiaomi 12S Ultra costs only 60% of what a iPhone 13 Pro Max costs. Through this video, I have talked about performance, talked about which one has done better and how, but the truth is, the moment we bring pricing into consideration, iPhone 13 Pro Max falls far behind than this Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Also, iPhone 13 Pro Max has already got a lot of updates and it is in its best state, while 12S Ultra has just got released, and I'm sure with new updates it will get better and better and will be able to compete with iPhone 14 Pro Max. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section. If you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button. If you want to watch more videos like this, then please subscribe to this channel and support honest content.
Over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt